Picture this. Underneath the margins, your words can breathe. Got your listeners tilting isosceles the way you holding volcanic quills, spitting decrees. Better believe it flows like these. You got gills, screaming of daffodils or dreaming in mandrills, derivative of skills. You're built in the workshop, rocking with raw. Cause in life, the woodshed don't stop. It don't stop. It don't stop. Don't stop. Amen to that dream, that early morning conversation, the argument that birthed the idea, that unbelievable situation, the story that had to be told somehow.
Cool. Welcome. I think I am on. So welcome, everybody, to the Montgomery County Youth Poet Laureate Finals. We here. I hope it is not too dark. I hope you can see me. The melanin do be blending in sometimes. I am your host. My name is Kenny Carroll. I was many moons ago a DC Youth Poet Laureate, and I poems and I host things and I make pancakes for my family. That's pretty much all you need to know about me. So today we have a bunch of amazing poets for you. We have a bunch of amazing things for you, amazing programs for you. And hopefully by the end of it, you will be tired, but you will also be as impressed as I am with some of these people. So I'm gonna start reading blurbs so we can just go ahead and get into it. Family, friends, spectators, griots, listeners, and lovers of the spoken and the written word. Welcome to the inaugural 2021 Montgomery County Youth Poet Laureate Finals. This is when everybody would be clapping if we were in the spot, but we're not. But I imagine whoever's watching, y'all are clapping at home, and that makes me feel a little bit better. Host introduces themselves in chats. Chatting. And you are all in luck because tonight you are about to witness some of this area's brightest and most promising young lights, not only as artists, but as people. This competition is not just about entertainment, it is about connection to our community and to ourselves. So much going on in the world around us recently. The word intersectionality comes to mind right now because it is so important to remember that we are all connected. Poets, this celebration is as much for your family as it is for you because you would not be where you are or who you are without them. We love you, poetry family. Shout out all the poetry families out there. Even if your kid ain't performing tonight, my family back there, shout out them, you know what I'm saying? And shout out all the distant family, friends, anybody who came up, showed up to listen to these young people. Thank you so much for coming and chilling with us. The PGC Youth Poet Laureate Program is a joint venture of Urban Word NYC and Words Beats and Life, Inc., with generous support from county residents like you. For more info, go to wlinc.org. That is wlinc.org. This isn't in the script, but Words Beats and Life is an amazing organization. I had the pleasure of working with them when I was a student, and I wouldn't be the poet I am without them. If it is in your means, feel free to support them, because that'd be great. And also support the poets. But you doing that work, you supporting Words Beats and Life, is supporting these poets. But let's keep it moving. You didn't come here for me. So we have the way they decide these things, I heard, was you need judges. And I think one of the big questions is like, how do you decide who's good enough to judge these people's poetry? Is it the man off the street? Is it the oil man on the corner? These all to say, we have an esteemed group of judges who I will read out now. They are not all here tonight, but they are all here in spirit, and they are all absolutely amazing. So first up, we have author, poet, and educator Raquel Brown. Give it up for Raquel Brown. We have poet and Words Beats and Life board member Benny Herron. Give it up for Benny. I gotta hear the claps in my head. That's the only way I can function. I'm gonna keep going. We have author and poet Alan King. Give it up. Absolutely amazing poet. Great. We have Words Beats in Life Executive Director Mozzie. Give it up for Mozzie. Glah, 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 glah. And lastly, we have Words Beats in Life Poetry Director Patrick Washington. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up. And again, not on the script, but having been a judge before, it is a tremendously difficult job to judge these young people's poets. I heard I need better light. We gonna try and get the light right. I think this is a little bit better. I might at some point bring my lamp closer. Let me scoop this. Find the lighting. You gotta find the lighting as a poet. The shadows, they want me. Anyway, it is such a tremendously difficult job to judge these young people because they are so absolutely amazing. So thank you for taking this on, and thank you for doing the hard work. You know what I'm saying? Never a very fun job to be a poet, but so important. So thank you, judges. Thank you. And with the judges being said, we only have the poetry for today. Again, I feel like I've been talking so much. This process, I've seen it a few times. It's absolutely amazing. All of these young people are absolutely amazing. Young people, if you have a chance, I'd like y'all to take a breath with me, if y'all would like to, as we get into the process. We are here for y'all, so please take your time, do whatever you need to do, because we're here for you. But yeah, let's get into how this process works. Because also, biggest question: what is a youth poet laureate? We be hearing it sometimes, so I'm gonna read for you what this says, because the paper I'm reading is a little bit sharper than me today. So, how this process works is all applicants must be between the ages of 13 and 19 years old and be current residents of Montgomery County, Maryland. For 2 months, poets were encouraged to upload their applications, which included original poems, along with a bio or resume detailing any awards, community service, or volunteer experience. A panel of judges, which you just heard about, reviewed and gave a numerical score to each applicant, and top scoring applications were then named finalists. Those finalists were then interviewed virtually by our judges. They were asked questions regarding their art, what inspires them, and their involvement within their community. A second numerical score was given to each poet based on a preset rubric. That score will then be added to the previous for a final cumulative score. Cumulative, that word, since '08, been trying me. But that's a long way to say, these poets have been viewed on a lot more than just their poetry. These are well-rounded individuals, and they are all they are all in contention to be this year's Youth Poet Laureate. Great. So the highest scoring poet who reaches closest to 500 points will be named the 2020 Montgomery County Youth Poet Laureate. I don't have the numbers for you. I would, if you really interested in numbers, if you need the numbers, I would message not me. I named a bunch of smart people before me. So I would do that. So I said a bunch, but you didn't come here to hear me talk. You came here for poems. So as I try and correct my lighting, I would like to invite up the first poet. But the first poet is not in contention this year to be the 2020 Youth Poet Laureate because she was already actually a Youth Poet Laureate herself. Did you see the transition? I saw it. I saw it. I witnessed it. Great. I'm tripping. It has a whole list of the things you do when you're a Youth Poet Laureate, which is, I guess, one of the biggest parts of that. Let me read that first, and I'll get to our featured poet in a second. The winning poet will be given the title of 2021 Youth Poet Laureate, as well as perform on tour at all Busboys and Poets DC locations and various DC public libraries, perform at the Library of Congress and at Planet Word during National Poetry Month in April. Nice. served on the Youth Advisory Board for the John F. Kennedy Center, published an original book through Words Beats in Life upon program completion, and be automatically entered as a contestant in Urban World's National Youth Poet Laureate contest. I don't know if y'all know Amanda Gorman. That was one of the people who was National Youth Poet Laureate. And partner with other Youth Poet Laureates across the region for special events, organize and implement an awareness campaign for youth-related issues. You do a bunch of stuff, and it's a really amazing process. Hard to put into words. And I know for me, it's not on here, but as a poet, I think I just grew tremendously the year I was given the laureate position. And you're around so many amazing people, so many amazing advisors. It makes you a better person for sure, and a better writer. But that's neither here nor there. That's all the stuff you get to do, and there are other perks. But it's an amazing program. You've heard enough from us, right? Right? Goodness. So allow us to introduce some and present to others the 2020 Prince George's County Youth Poet Laureate, Marissa Michelle. Before you come up, but let me read your bio first, Marissa, because you got a whole bio. I like you here though, because I kind of like reading people's bios and making them uncomfortable. Okay, so Marissa Michelle is a second-generation American of Haitian and Puerto Rican heritage. She served as the 2020 Prince George's County Youth Poet Laureate. In 2020, she received multiple national gold medals for poetry in the Scholastic Arts and Writing Awards, as well as an American Voice nomination in the Scholastic competition. She was also the recipient of the 2020 Diaz-Madison Poetry Prize. Her newest works can be found in the Scholastic Arts and Writing Online Gallery, Love Letters to the Mothers and Fathers of the African Diaspora, and the Bridgewater International Poetry Festival. I'm excited. I'm geeked. Marissa.
Thank you. Thank you so much for all the energy. I know last year when I was competing for Prince George's County Youth Poet Laureate, I was so nervous on the night of the finals, but good luck to all of the poets competing today. I know we are about to hear some amazing poetry from you guys, so I can't wait to hear it. I'm going to be performing a free verse poem titled "The Birds Left Us." The birds left us in the hours when shadows dance, a smooth and rhythmic waltz over our naked streets and cracked sidewalks. In our waking moments, the first thing we notice is the silence. Emptiness hanging dry in the air like clothesline laundry, exhaustion imprinted on our bones, sleep still hovering above our eyes, our bodies sway like dandelions in the infant morning. Yesterday, the children carried the wind on their backs and drank sunlight under the ceiba trees, left footprints in the coffee-colored soil. Chaos follows the birth of the new day. It ignites in our hearts and spreads like wildfire. My grandmother clenches her bony hands around the Bible, palms wrinkled and calloused, a testament to aging. She devours holy words with the hunger of a starved animal, spits out psalms like papaya seeds. We press our hands, delicate as paper cranes, to our temples, our heads bowed beneath the weight of fear or hope. The sediment forces hollow valleys into our knees and pushes train track lines into our legs. I wonder where the birds have gone. Night returns and falls upon us like a crashing wave, ushering in a mysterious tide. What has the moon seen? Her silver glow a vanishing ghost. The beat of my heart is rhythmic. Da-dum, 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 the start to an unfinished symphony. Escaping from my throat, a warbled cry, too ugly to be song, too bold to be the humble notes of mourning. I feel a brush against the cage of my ribs, a flapping, a forceful push, something like feathers, something like wings. So thank you. That's my free verse piece. If you want to keep up with me, my website's up at www.marissamichelle.com. I'm so excited to hear from everyone else today, and I'm so happy to be here.
Word. Give it up for Marissa. Give it up for Marissa. Thank you, Marissa. Give it up for Marissa. Absolutely insane. It was I think the line "too ugly to be songs." Don't even. I love poetry. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for kicking us off, Marissa. I am trying desperately to create light in my life, and also in this room. But perfect way to start us off. And then again, I'll try and repeat it. And I think maybe message me, Marissa, if I'm saying it wrong. But the website is marissamitchell.com. Check her out. Look at her stuff. Give her money. That's usually with any artist. That's my thing. You know, check them out. Look up their stuff. Give them money. You know, that works for me. I usually support my artists that way. But that just goes to show you some of the talent that comes out of these programs. Fire. Great. I guess we can keep it moving though. Also shout out everybody watching. I don't know where you watching from. If it's not the DMV, shout out you. If you're from the DMV, shout out you. Shout out our Maryland family. I should have ended with Maryland because it's Maryland. Shout out. It's funny. I feel like if I was in a place and I did all the counties, it would be insane. Shout out VA if you here. If we got VA people here, you know, good to have you with us. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you're along for the ride. DC, where you at? Nah, let me stop. I have preferences, but they're unimportant. So I think now that we've got our first poet out of the way, I think we might be ready to start up this poetry shindig. Anybody correct me if I'm wrong. I think we're almost pretty much ready to kick this off. Let's get into it because I am eager to hear some of these poets. So what I'll do first, I just want to read off the list of the 4 finalists. Again, these are poets who sent in not only samples of their poems but resumes, went through interviews, probably have done a bunch of other amazing things because they're amazing young people. So I'm just telling you this so you know that they deserve to be here. Obviously, they're gonna read. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. And then afterwards, I'm gonna be like, you know, this is what I've been saying. They deserve to be here. But I just wanted to let you know beforehand because I'm helpful like that. So without further ado, I'm gonna read off the names. Obviously, I can't hear you, but scream when you hear your family's name or your person's name. So starting up, we have Sasa Akil, we have Dylan Aria Safai, we have Daniela Gagno, and we have Zoe Rosenstock. Again, you'll hear these names again because I'm gonna read them again, but I just wanted to give you the whole list. These are the amazing young people that we showed up for. These are the people who we built this whole space around. Their light. Speaking of light, just bless me a little bit, lamp. It's the shadows in my room. It's fine. Ooh, shadows in my. We'll save it for a different poem. I'm gonna stop chatting. I'm gonna get into this first poet. Actually, poets, looking directly at you. I promised you that I would ask you a weird question so that the audience could get to know you more. So my weird question for today, you know, thinking about poetry, thinking about the lineage of poetry, you know, the ancestors, the griots, everything that made that up. What muffin would you be if you could be a muffin? What muffin? I'll go first. I think I would be lemon poppy seed because I'm a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? I got a good flavor. I'm dangerous, but I got a good flavor. Let me stop. So tell us what muffin you would be and give us your amazing poetry. I'm gonna give Sasa a few more seconds because I feel like Loki Sasa's like, what muffin would I be? Maybe not. Who knows? But to kick us off, I'm gonna call her up. Like she's right here. I need y'all to give it up. Give it up right now for Sasa Akil.
Hi, everyone. It's good to be here. And Kenny, actually, I have a perfect answer for your question. I knew it immediately. If I could be any muffin, I would be an apple cinnamon muffin, because I'm sweet and I'm spicy. And yeah, I keep it interesting. So it's really cool to be here today with all y'all, and my all-time favorite host, Kenny. Um, so right now, I'm going to perform one of the poems that I sent in with my application, and it's called When They Shoot Me in the Streets, and it's after Keto Fortune's poem, When They Shoot Me in the Streets. When they shoot me in the streets, do not call me victim. Don't allow them to think that they caught me off guard. I saw this coming. Saw it the day that I stood up and shouted for a cause I believed in. I decided then that if death be the result of this fighting, then I would take it and do my part, because silence was never an option. When they shoot me in the streets, write my name on your palms as memorial. Write Salaha, Sasa, Akil across your hands so I can be a part of everything you create. Paint, write, print, make something beautiful, and let me be near it. When they shoot me in the streets, for the first time in a long time, my family will go an entire day without singing, or else they'll turn to every song they know and draw strength from the thing that has always given them strength. When they shoot me in the streets, they will not tell you my name first. Instead, they will tell you what I did wrong, how I existed like protest, my voice, skin, pen, and fists, all weapons, how they were only defending themselves because black and girl and unafraid be a threat to their white supremacy, fragility, privilege, and guilt. They could not risk letting me live on. When they shoot me in the streets, they will say I am guilty of some black crime that only black bodies can commit, like breathing, walking, smiling, being happy. When they shoot me in the streets, they will tell you that I deserved it. Write a list of my vices and read them out to you. My people will come forward in my defense with bits of the arts that I've given them over the years and tell the story of my existence. My cousin will hold up an ugly bowl I made in pottery when I was only 9 years old. My best friend will hold up a bracelet and chronicle all the difference we tried to make. When they shoot me in the streets, do not fear how I must have felt in those last moments. No, I was not afraid. I lay on that concrete and thought two things. One, this would be small price to pay for the rights of my people. Two, hey family, when they shoot me in the streets, I only ask to be remembered, to be another name that is chanted and allowed to power this movement. Let my syllables be mantra, be the title of your conviction when they shoot me in the streets. I will pray for only one thing, that my small, young, black life be the last. Thank you all very much.
Y'all better go and give it up for Sasa, killing it right there. Yes, Sasa. Eat. I mean, clap it up for the poet, y'all. Clap it up for the poet, y'all. Absolutely amazing. As I said, you know what I'm saying? I warned them, but then they do the poems and people are like, whoa. And I'm like, I warned you. Amazing way to kick us off. Also, Apple Cinnamon was a power move. That was a little bit of a power move, and I respect that. I witnessed that, and I respect it. And we love to see it. Also, like, just because I'm talking, Sasa's background was really vibing, right? Like, I don't know. I saw like 2 guitars and like artwork. As you can see, I have a door. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely love to see the backgrounds. We love to see it. I was like, okay, art studio. Okay, let me stop. But that is your first finalist. Please clap for her, even though you at home. I like to believe in energy. And I think y'all sending out that energy, y'all, clapping at home, y'all being like, go Sasa. Sasa's gonna feel that. Yeah, and I think also low key, I think because this is happening, I think on Facebook and also on YouTube, maybe wherever you seeing this, if you can put comments, hopefully the poets at one point will be able to find them. So please hype these poets up. Tell these poets they're amazing. one thing you find out being a young poet is that sometimes being a young person, being a person of color, being a woman of color, being all of these things, is that your energy and the words you put out are not valued. So y'all telling these young people, yes, give me more, give me those words, give me that art, give me that beauty, all of that means absolutely so much. So please, I would love if there was somehow, I just say things, I don't know the logistics, but if there is some place where all these comments are happening that the poets can find, if they can find all of these people who are lifting them up, who are saying you did absolutely amazing, that would be beautiful. I'm gonna stop ranting because, hey, I could talk about this for a little bit. But again, you're not here for me. I think you here for more poets. So I guess we gonna get the next poet going. Again, the question is, what muffin would you be? I feel like low key, a part of me is like, Sasa answered so quick. I'm wondering if this next person will also have such a definitive answer. I think it's just because I'm very inconsistent. Whatever. Let's not do that. And let's get into this next poet. I'm gonna call him up like he's here. I need y'all to start clapping right now. Start clapping right now. I see you in your house. Start clapping right now for your next poet, Dylan Aria Safi.
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you for that amazing introduction, Kenny. And if I could be any type of muffin, I'd have to choose a blueberry muffin. If you can't tell, blue is my favorite color, and blueberry muffin is always great on a warm summer day. So I guess I'd choose the blueberry muffin. And this next poem that I'm going to read, I actually wrote before the inauguration. So similar to Amanda Gorman reading a poem for the inauguration, I just wrote one for fun. So this is my poem. It's titled The Blue Wave. Although they called us sleepy, tired, and forgotten, here we are today. Although they called us the country of the workers, the people with no say and no aspirations, here we are today. Although our people were enslaved, immigrants, and refugees, here we are today. From the first sprouts at Jamestown, the signing of the Declaration, the Constitution, we were and have always been fiercely independent. From Lexington to Concord, Gettysburg to Appomattox, Normandy to Berlin, we were and have always been fiercely strong. From the cries of Sam Adams, the beating drums of Grant, and the voice of MLK, we were and have always been fiercely revolutionary. This past year has been the test, the pandemic, the police, the presidency, but we overcame. As we look to the sunrise, we find our forests growing thicker, the mountains of steel weaker, the ocean and sky blue once again, the waves continuing to our land. The land of the sleepy, the tired, and the forgotten, the nation of patriots. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed.
Give it up, give it up, give it up for the poet. 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 Again, I can't hear you, but I can hear you. Give it up for the poet. Amazing work. Work be speaking for itself. Work be speaking for itself, but I want to say something. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely amazing. And I believe I mispronounced your name, so let me get it right, because we gotta put respect on names. Dylan Aria Safi is, I believe, the correct pronunciation. Sorry for mispronouncing it. Was that? Did I get it?
That's perfect. Thank you so much, Kenny.
Of course, of course, of course. And shout out the poet. I assume y'all are clapping at home. If y'all aren't, I won't go on. Clap right now. You think I can't hear you? Oh, nah. I heard them say I'm not about to clap. Clap right now. Yeah. This Zoom life is too different. I don't know how to act. but absolutely amazing. Just I'm gonna talk real quick, just because I can talk, I guess. I think one of the one of the most profound things I found that you can say, or at least in my poetry, this is in my poetics, is to say that we are here and that I am here. Just to claim like this is us. We are here. And I love that in Dylan's work. This isn't a slam, so I feel like I could. I'm a gush a little bit about some of these poets. But they're all absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for that word, Dylan. Also, Dylan had a nice background too. I'm kind of like this background. I need to step my background game up. Y'all background games is kind of. It was something about the way the bookshelf was put together. I was like, ooh, okay, y'all don't want to see my bookshelf, Lord Jesus. Okay. I think now that I've said all of that, I think we might be ready to go on to the next poet. So, I'm gonna go ahead, get ready to call him up. So after this, we only got one more poet left for y'all, but that doesn't matter because right now, I need y'all to start clapping right now. Start clapping right now. I can hear you start clapping right now for your next poet, Daniela Gagno.
Thank you so much for that introduction. What he said about the background, like I feel like my background is plain now. But my favorite, if I were to be a muffin, I think I'd be like a banana nut muffin. Cause like it's a weird combination. When you hear it, you're like, oh, when you taste it, you're like, I feel like that's when you meet me, you can be like, oh, when you get to know me, you're like, Okay. So today I'm gonna recite one of the poems I submitted, and it's called Bird. Perched up, sitting on my bed, like a bird sitting on a branch on my bed is a needle. One dose too lethal, my body falls, the branch breaks, my insides are the Sahara, while I feel like the Arctic temperatures rising as this bird is falling wings. A built-in defense mechanism which can't seem to take flight. I lie shivering on the cold white tile floor, grandma shaking my body, and there's nothing I want more than to wake up because I have been sleeping for a long time. I find myself asking, what is life? They say it's a gift, but on days like this, it feels like a curse. This bird does not know how to fly. This bird falls, waiting to be caught by the sky. It doesn't catch me. And the wind on my skin, I mean, wings feels like matches falling. Help the bird. No way, I am falling, grandma. Grandma, I can hear you calling me, calling my name, telling me to get up, but I can't. Maybe I just don't want to. Grandma, I'm stuck. And it's like she can hear me, see me, sitting in this empty, quiet, dark space because she whispers and she says, when it hurts, observe. Life is trying to teach you something, Anna Kristen, but life can be so deafening. Grandma, what's the lesson? Is life really worth living? I'm on the verge of death and I want to give in because my wings refuse to take flight. I can hear Grandma cry. All birds have wings, but baby, not all birds can fly. And just as the darkness closes in, I open my eyes. Life may not feel like it's worth living. Sometimes putting a needle of death in your arms feels like it'll finally give you peace. Sometimes it feels like the knife to your neck will finally allow you to breathe. Sometimes life feels like an equation with one solution. Sometimes life makes you feel like you're drowning, and those pills in your hands feel like your SOS, feel like your land. But please understand that you are loved. Even in pain, realize that someone is calling you, calling your name, begging you to wake up because the news of your death will drive them insane. When life cuts off your wings and you can't fly, you must laugh at life and say, hold on to death. It's not my time yet, because although I don't have wings, I still have my legs. Thank you.
Y'all better go and give it up for the poet. Okay, I see. I see you. Yes, poet. Oh my goodness. I wish I could be next to y'all so I could throw things at y'all while y'all read. Absolutely amazing. And I mean that in the best way. It was the line where it was what was it? Like all birds have wings, but not all birds can fly. Okay, I see what you're doing. It was the flow for me, Matter of fact, it was the flow for me. Let me not act like this is an open mic. Y'all got me acting up in here. That's crazy. Also shout out to Muffin. Slick. I see what you did there. Okay, banana nut, a little bit different. Banana nut. That's enough. I don't know why. Speaking of rap, Words Beats and Life does a lot of amazing programs. If you want to get in touch, they do. I don't have a set plug, but they're an amazing organization. Remember to support. I'll probably keep telling you that later. But yes, poet, go off, poet, kill it, poet. I think it's on the bottom. Matter of fact, hey, go to WL. Look it up. I'm gonna tell you more about it later, but look it up. Google's so helpful. And also, you didn't have the background, but you had the braids, Danielle. So you know. I mean, you had the braids, though. That's what I'm saying. And give it up one more time for these absolutely amazing poets. We only have one more left. Again, these are the brightest bunch, and we got one more in the bunch for you. And then after that, we will have deliberation, or not deliberation, I don't believe, but we will have a moment to breathe. I might spit poems or say things out loud that are cool, and then y'all will hopefully be like, "Oh, it was worth it." And then when we come back from that, you will hear who is the 2021 Youth Poet Laureate. I'm excited, but I think because I'm excited, I'm talking so much. Let me slow yourself. So let's just get to this last poet. Last but not least, I need you to start clapping right now. Give it up right now for your last poet in the finalist round. Saying syllables. Give it up for Zoe Rosenstock.
Thank you for the introduction. To answer your muffin question, I think if I were a muffin, I would be pumpkin spice because it's sweet but complex and has a little kick to it. Today I'm going to be performing a poem that I submitted for this called Wake Up. Started by the kitchen window picking my skin till it wore thin and I was made of sheer linen. Now when I think too much, I can't breathe. Pound my thigh until I hope I bleed. People pleaser, diamond eater, hiding in the rough. Serve me on a platter, kinda hope you cut your tongue. Flesh is just a metaphor for breaking at the touch, so you think you're tough. But you just care too much about balance and booze. Robotic people you use, enough. You say, don't I make you sad? Cause good girls never get mad. I feel bad. You're still stuck in some game, must be a glitch in the mainframe. Oh, now's the time to wake up. Kinda hate your family for being so nice, cause when I lost you, I lost twice. Said we're bungee jumping, but you cut the line. But I'll be fine. People pleaser, diamond eater, hiding in the rough. Serve me on a platter, kinda hope you cut your tongue. Flesh is just a metaphor for breaking at the touch, so you think you're tough. But you just care too much about balance and booze. Robotic people you use, enough. You say, don't I make you sad? Cause good girls never get mad. I feel bad. You're still stuck in some game, must be a glitch in the mainframe. Oh, now's the time to wake up. Kissing him or kissing her, it's all the same, where nature's horrors pretend we matter. What the hell is matter? Be a doll and do your part. I take long showers, they taste like salt, we grow to shatter. But like, nothing really matters, you just care too much about balance and booze. Robotic people you use, enough. You say, don't I make you sad? Cause good girls never get mad. I feel bad. You're still stuck in some game, must be a glitch in the mainframe. Oh, now's the time to wake up. My grandmother don't like me, but she calls me all the time, says, I hope you're doing well. We both know that she's lying. People pleaser, diamond eater, hiding in the rough. Serve me on a silver platter and you cut your tongue. Thank you.
Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up for the poet. Yes. Yes. Go off, poet. Go. Is that my thing? I feel like an Episcopal pastor. Go off, poet. Yes. Absolutely amazing. Give it up, give it up, give it up for the poet. I forgot to keep reminding y'all, but I hope that again, somehow, some way, if you are putting these comments out there about how amazing these poets are, that they will be able to find it and catalog your comment. Because we all need that positive reinforcement, words of affirmation. So please let these young people know how amazing they're doing. Because we love it. We're here for the lyrics. Stop it. Stop. It was the flow for me. It was the scheme for me. It was the scheme for me. It was the way she set it up. Absolutely amazing. I think it's funny. One thing that, like, again, I think started with poetry, but I feel like it comes like almost like a taboo in poetry, is that chorus, right? Why am I talking poetics with y'all? I'm just saying that was great. That's all I'm saying. And we're definitely here for it. Also, y'all's backgrounds is killing it. Was that a record collection? I said, what? Is that a record collection? Stop. Not when I'm downloading all my MP3s. We got record collections, Lord. But amazing. So I believe. Oh, okay. I don't know if y'all want this. Let me know, young people, and I'll say it later if that is the case. Do y'all want people to know y'all tags so that they can maybe follow you and support you in that way? Let me know. And then after I finish talking and kicking poems, that is something I will do. And then obviously connect with each other. One of the most radical and amazing things you can do as young poets, as artists, is connect with each other. Build that network. Because you're absolutely amazing, and the person next to you is absolutely amazing. And when two amazing people come together, amazing things happen. So yeah, that was your finalist for the Youth Poet Laureate, the Montgomery County Youth Poet Laureate program. Please give it up for them. Give it up for them in your homes. Give it up for them wherever you're listening, because they killed it. Absolutely amazing. Y'all saw they killed it. I start the performances by saying, like, these were so amazing. These were so amazing. But y'all heard it. Y'all heard exactly what they did. And of course, like, the art doesn't end here. Obviously the Poet Laureate program is an amazing program, but Words Beats in Life and poetry in general, invites y'all to continue doing that work. And continue hopefully being a part of one community. Don't let this be the last time I see you, because I'm trying to see y'all do poems again when I can relax and, like, turn my camera off and get my blanket, turn this hot light off, not worry about the lighting, and just enjoy y'all poetry, because you guys are absolutely amazing. I've said a lot. I've said a whole lot, but while I give Patrick and the Words of Beats in Life family a little second to think about their poems, or to think about judging, or I don't know. If they don't need that time, I guess they could think about other stuff. Think about what they eat tonight. Think about getting an order out. What's happening with that. When that stimulus gonna come in. You know what I mean? Whatever. But while that is happening, I am going to pick a few poems, or just one or two poems. Just to build the time and to share my own thing in the space. I'm hosting. I know I don't need to. Consent is so important. And if you don't take anything away from today, remember, consent is mandatory. Whatever. So this is the first poem. It is entitled Tony. Every funeral creates another alcoholic. When I was a kid at my cousin's funeral, Tony said, "I'm going to take care of you." And I didn't know Tony, but I did recognize how he always had that same sour smell on his breath, and how they ain't let the kids see, but they had to carry him out another cookout. and how they left him slurring curses on sidewalk. And the thing about Tony was, could always see in his eyes the way he wanted so bad to take care. Grandma could take you to church. Bottle could take you away. The street lights could take you home. 12 could take you away. A bullet could take you home. Jesus could take you away. We float, right? Always above water and always empty. Or stay above water because we empty. Buoyant. We survive, but that don't make you no kind of alive. Tony could live inside a bottle and never get out and never drown. And we kicked that boy out a few cookouts, but that don't mean we ain't dying the same way. Tony just knew how he wanted to go. Tony just knew what to take. And I guess if there was a way out of this shell-shock living, I'd find Tony inside a home that was his holding, and holding close. The memory of his mother, of my cousin, and a graveyard of dead kin, a kind of pain that will make you one. I'd hold him and let him know all those years ago when he told me who he would take care of, that there is a line that runs through all our pockmarked hearts, through all the wounds inside of us once full of the people we love. Take care of me and find your way out. Take care of me and love you like we all loved you and loved you when we took you in our arms and carried you out another backyard, but wish we could take you someplace where our pain ain't what makes us, where we have a chance to grieve and not always be the machines our daddies made, and it's real. We all get to breathe and cry. And this whole world we've swallowed, like the medicine that doesn't make better, but just makes okay, is gone. We all get to use our outside voices in the small, unshakable rooms of our body, and we all get peace, not just quiet, not another bottle held above an alleyway waiting to shatter. We call a disease, and no, it doesn't make you anything besides our brother Tony. We call our brother into the backyard and try again because no one is lost. Keep the lights on late so you can find your way back. Find your way back. Find your way back, Tony. Word, thank you. That's the first piece. Piece one, out of the way. Again, before I read this next piece, I'll just remind you again, please support Words of Life. Do that. Did you do it? Okay. And to support them, you can go to WBLinc.org. WBLinc.org. I believe that is correct. If I'm wrong, I'm sure somebody's gonna message me and tell me I'm wrong. So I'll say it right in a second. But you can look them up, Words Beats in Life. They do a lot of amazing things. Only reason I'm talking about that is to make sure that we can continue doing things like this and continue supporting these young people in this way and lifting these young people up. Long story short, this is amazing. Keep this happening. Support. Sometimes you just got to say stuff like that. Whatever. I'm going to read one more piece, and then we are going to find out who is our 2021 Youth Poet Laureate. Prom Night 2017. Prom Night 2017, I'm taking the lint from the inside of my pockets, and I'm taking the middle school snowstorm, and I'm taking the squeak of my kicks through the hall. Yo, I'm taking the dean's list, though I was never on it, and I'm taking the awards cabinet. I was never in it, and I'm taking a bottle of Sprite. I'm gonna be caressing its curves like I'm halfway through an all-nighter with less than half the necessary word count. I'm taking Blaziken, Obama Snow, and Piplup. Yes, I said Piplup. Pokey chat me when small talk is an HM, and I'll be there with every show I ever binge watched when I was supposed to be breaking down quadratic equations. I'm taking every hole in my book bag. I'm taking every hole in every pair of sneakers I have ever had. I have so many holes. You'd have thought me by now an empty man. I fill my body up with my voice some days just to remind myself what I have left to hold on to. So prom night 2017, I arrive alone, fear lacing the inside of my collar, standing like a last second decision waiting to shrink back into oblivion. But then I see my friends. You've thought them lighthouses the way they wave. See, high school was a hurricane, and we were always caught standing outside. But they still make me smile. Like this is just another Saturday night. And after the music ends, after we step back outside into the cool mouth of night, make peace with our toes stuffed inside these dress shoes and our laughter, like a dandelion, finding the slivers of light, finding its way into every corner of every eye, and us, a flock of smiles breaking fly for winter. Band of black beardless bandits, come to steal the stars shine, backroom bootleg binge watchmen, open our jackets like we trying to let the whole world inside our part. After the music ends, after the dance floor clears like a holiday tabletop, you find your forehead wet with whatever your footwork managed to kick up. The magic dissolves beneath the house lights. Doors open and let all that stank out. When we step up, come from out the cut again. And this is our song. Plays like PlayStation and School Bell. And anime and awkward silences. And however we learn to cope with the world, too familiar with the bend of our backs and too eager to see the way we drop, see belonging. It's only ever come when the night is over, when we're left in the corner of everyone's eyes. Our dance outcast into spotlight, hitting Vogue and ninjutsu all in one pose, chop, like we feel it in our bones, like this GTA 5 and Millie, like it's about that time and Asgard's a Ragnarok, and only Odin knows the way our steps fill up like when Bruce Banner's fed up. See, this here is radioactive. So by the time we fall out to an IHOP, we are glowing. Brought together by a night we had all calendared with dread. Our song, barbecue stained with cynicism and regret, but the tune still sweet. I hum it again and again, hold close to the notes, trying my best to never forget, to never forget. Thank y'all so much. Thank you. That's my part. So what I will do now is call up Patrick Washington. Patrick.
Yo, what is up, King?
What's up?
Yo, thank you so much, man. Thank you for holding it down and delivering that magnetic full moon energy of yours. yes, we needed that. You did a great job. Yes, and I just want to thank everybody for watching and attending. This is obviously a inaugural event, so we've had a couple of hiccups here and there, but we held it down, and I appreciate everybody for bearing with us through it all. And please, wherever you are, give it up for these 4 incredible young people. I wish I was that dope when I was their age. I wasn't. I assure you, I wasn't. And I'm still trying to reach their level in many respects. So this is always inspiring for me. I thank you for your generous spirits, for your energy, for your bravery, your willingness to stand up and speak your truth, the persistence of your creativity. Like, I don't know what it's like to be a young poet during the time of COVID. My generation never had to deal with anything like this. So you guys are pioneers in that regard. Empty classrooms, those days when you feel like the walls are falling, caving in on you. But you guys persisted. So much love for that. And you need to be proud of that. It's a triumph. It is, honestly, because a lot of us didn't make it, I hope that everybody under the sound of my voice feels like this day is a triumph. I personally am looking forward to connecting with you all, regardless of what happens. I hope you feel a kinship with each other. Hopefully you guys are exchanging information. Okay. and recognize each other as not just dope artists, but as great individuals. This wasn't easy for the judges. It wasn't. I know, because I was one of them. And but we have to choose. Luckily, it was up to the numbers. We didn't choose. It was the numbers that chose. So I'm going to announce our youth poet ambassadors. And then the last name I'll call will be the 2021 Montgomery County Youth Poet Laureate. All right. Please, everybody, start clapping now wherever you are and give some love to Montgomery County Youth Poet Laureate. I'm sorry, Montgomery County Youth Poet Ambassador, Zoe Rosenstock. Much love to you. Montgomery County Youth Poet Ambassador, Daniela Gagno. Yes. Montgomery County Youth Poet Ambassador, Dylan Safai. And ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you the 2021 and the inaugural Montgomery County Youth Poet Laureate, Sasa Akil. Congratulations, and much love to you. How do you feel?
Pretty wild. Audience, y'all don't know this, but I've been, competing in different poetry competitions, but specifically this one for a long time. So this is just wild. Yeah. Thank you so much, Patrick. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Words Beats in Life. Words Beats in Life has been a big part of my writing journey, and so I'm feeling blessed. Am I supposed to do a poem?
Yes, you are. Take a moment, take a deep breath. Get all the muffins off of your mind, and I'm going to back up and let you do your inaugural poem.
Okay. So I'm going to do a brand new poem that I actually wrote last week. And I decided I was going to do this in case I won because, it's a lot about me and my identity, and I feel blessed to be able to share it. So actually this poem is addressed to this bass right here, because I'm a bass player. So here we go. Here I am, standing in front of you, wishing my fingers could move faster across your fretboard, wishing my fingers spent more comfortably on the edge of this pickup. I swear, you've been a part of me since that time I realized that the roundest sounds echo through the chest as if we are both instruments. I had not the space for you then, so I tucked your name away, held it quiet till the day I saw you and could no longer deny. These days, my fingers smell like metal strings and machine heads, and I smile, 'cause I ain't never known an art like this. I'm not all too good at an art like this, but I smile, because my first love was the sea. As deep as these bass tones, they seem confused when they see this Muslim girl with a guitar strapped to her back, as if they expected me to go quietly through this world they've built, as if they expect me to leave my vocal cords and amp on mute, but nah. We turn up and shout the names of everyone we've lost. I think of Brianna when I strum a B note, second fret on the A string, first chord of my heart, for we are both instruments, for they are a part of me and you are a part of me, and we do not forget your name, their names in this life. It's taught me that the sin I've known ain't even sin, that there is no paradox in a Black Muslim girl with a bass, a pen, clay, and acrylics. These frets are made for ink-stained hands, hands in prayer, hands in salute. Don't shoot. I believe in God, memorial, and music. Power, Blackness, and worship. And this be protest. Here I am, playing songs of revolution on you. A blue bass named Ocean, reflecting on sound and sea waves, counting tempos, counting names. 1, 2, 3, 4. Emmett, John, Brianna, George. I wish for a world in which they are still breathing. I wish for a world in which my love for you and skill are the same. I wish for a world in which people walk fully aware of their own heartbeats, knowing that we are all instruments. Thank you. And thank you. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself, but I'm very grateful for everything and everyone. And thank you to my fellow competitors. Y'all are also dope. I just want to say that.
Hey, give it up for, yeah, okay. We'll do that first. I got you. Give it up for everybody who touched this virtual stage today. Thank you so much, Dylan. Thank you so much, Daniela. Thank you so much, Zoe. Thank you so much, Marissa. Thank you, Patrick, for being here. And lastly, give it up for your Youth Poet Laureate, Sasa. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I've known Sasa for a long time, so congratulations. You deserve it. I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of everybody. I haven't known everybody for a long time, but I'm very proud of everybody here, including Patrick. A lot of pride to go around. So I think last but not least, since everybody's here, I am going to say my last thank yous to everybody. And then I think unless Patrick got something to say, we're gonna get out of here. So thank you to who we got? Urban Word. Thank you, Urban Word, NYC. We appreciate you. Thank you to Words Beats and Life who put this whole thing on. Again, go to wblinc.org to support. Thank you to the people who work at WBL, Patrick Washington and Mozzie, of course. Thank you, Ya. Thank you to your judges who include Patrick Washington and Mozzie, but also include some other people. I'm going to read their names real quick. Raquel Brown, Benny Heron, and Alan King. Thank you so much for being our judges. Though you are not here, we appreciate you. Thank you to our opening poet, Marissa Michelle. I'm tripping. You know, been a long day. Give it up for Marissa Michelle. And again, I think you guys can see their tags now, but I'll just read it out loud real quick, just in case, you know, we have visually impaired folks. This is the part where you get out your phone and you get ready to type things in on Instagram or Twitter real fast. But I'm gonna read slow because I know I'm slow too. You know what I'm saying? So we have at Marissa X Michelle, and that is spelled M-I-M-A, starting from the top, at MARISSAXMICHEL. We gotta get it right. She got a site too. Respect the Steez. Thank you so much for being with us, Marissa. And then we also have who else we have? At Dylan Safai. So that is at DYLANSAFAI. Great. Thank you so much for being here, Dylan. Absolutely amazing work. Who else we got? We got Zoe. We got at EOZ August. So that's at EOZ August. On I assume this is both Instagram and Twitter. I don't know. But that is Zoe's tags. Zoe, thank you for being here with us. Absolutely amazing work. We appreciate you. Who else we got? We got at simply.dxni. So that's at simply.dxni. Daniela, thank you so much for being here. You're absolutely amazing. Shout out your braids. We're here for it. And lastly, your Youth Poet Laureate, if you would like to follow along with some of what she does, I can tell you there's so much amazing stuff that was already happening with this young person before today. So you definitely want to be along the ride after. So we have at Sasa Akil, that is at SASAAKIL. Sasa, we're so happy you were with us. Thank you for being here. I'm Kenny. You can find me at KennyC113 if you want to follow me at KennyC113. And Words Beats in Life, we got at Words Beats in Life. Patrick, what you got?
I just wanted to invite everybody. Well, first off, let me thank Kenny for being a great host once again. Appreciate you. Much love. Yes, and the check is in the mail. But I want to say and invite everyone who's here now to come back right back here at 6 p.m. because then we will have the Arlington County Youth Poet Laureate Finals, the inaugural Arlington Youth Poet Laureate Finals. So come back here at 6 and I'll see you then.
Much love to everybody.
To the SP 1200, the blue light bulb, to the board, the engineer's hands, and the limited well of patience. Hallelujah to everybody say ho, amen to all the ladies say ow. Thank God for make money, money, make money, money, and bless every hand that was ever put in the air in your name.